Hello and welcome to American Truck Simulator with me, Kevin Sawyer. Hope you guys are all well and enjoying your day, whatever you're up to. And today I've got another little bit different for you guys, and it is the Volvo, this old school Volvo here. Now I will leave a link in the description down below for you guys and girls to have a play with yourself, and let me know what you think of it when you do have a go of it. I'm going to give my impressions. Its details are very good. There are a few eeky bitsy pieces that have been overlooked, like you can see through certain parts of the cab. We shouldn't be able to see through them, but other than that, and the only other thing I find with it is the 12-speed gearbox, which is the only gearboxes you got. You don't got no 18-speed. Now, I don't know if it is Tri-Scapes that actually make this mod, or if they've just put his net, or if he's just put his name on it. I'm not entirely sure, so I'm not going to speculate either way. But that's what the credits are towards Tri-Scapes. So, but anyway, again, there's you'll need for this mod. You'll need the it's got it on the description there, but you'll need the cabin DLC. For this as well to work. I believe this is a port over from ETS2, but don't quote me on that. Fair few amount of customization available. You can have different axle types, different chassis types. You can have the 6x2, or you can have the 6x. Yeah, so it's got a 6. So you've got the 4x2 and the 6x2, and it's just very different tack lift. It's either mid or tag lift on it. So anyway, I'm just coming to pick up this job. Looks like a fire truck, but it could be a tow truck on the back of that. I don't know what it is. I'll go and pick it up anyway. But anyway, I thought just let's just fire it up so you guys can have it, and girls can have a listen. I'll go quiet. I like that exhaust spool. The spool there. That's quite a depth. It's got two-tone horn, standard generic horn, and a air horn as well. Lights, you can have all the lights up together. In fact, that's one good thing I need to do. Every time this happens, I've got to do that. And there we go. I should have brought them on anyway. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Wipers, we're going to need them. They work on the windscreen. You do have little wiper blades on the lights here, which are quite funky. They don't seem to work though. Also on the Steam Workshop, I found some LEDs, beacon LEDs, which is pretty cool, as you can see. So they're come in handy for today's run, which is going to be a wide load. But anyway, let's turn them off. Or someone complains, and turn them off. Right. I'll do the in-cab view as well. Turn it back off for you guys. Actually, I didn't do the outside shut off. Do that again. Again, it sounds pretty good on the outside. Sounds pretty good on the inside. The only downside, you can't really look round to the sleeper. It's a bit limited. As you can see, I've got bits of DLC kicking about all over. I don't know what that's supposed to be down on the ground there. There's a hockey. Looks like a bottle of something. Yeah, it looks like a bottle. Is it a pee bottle? Again, very detailed interior. fits this style of truck, this year of truck. You wouldn't see a lot of these over in the States. As far as back her into the trailer. I've not yet tried to see if this works with advanced trailer aspects yet. So you're going to have to try it for yourselves. Lock it round, it might just get that in there. Let's choose cheat cam to find out for sure. Yeah, that's roughly about right. Not it matters with this because this trailer I don't believe has advanced trailer aspects. But anyway, she's in as good as I can get her in. Let's turn the electrics all off. Turn the engine off. Attach the load, and then we'll do a tug test. Fire up. Let's put those beacons on then. Right, main brakes are okay. Let's try the trailer brake. Also good. Right. Set her off in low. Tried not to smash anything on this yard coming out. It's going to be difficult because it's a wide load. Just to show you my route before I continue off as well. Route in progress. Went for another short run. Yes, I don't know what it's meant to be, whether it's a tow truck. I'll have a look around in a minute. This says cargo 27. But we're going from here. So Memphis, yeah, Memphis to here. So I'm hoping I'm going to get that run done in a half-hour time slot, but you never know. It's the quickest, shortest run I could find. Oops, wrong gear. Take that corner a bit wider than normal because it's wider load. Still clip that trailer. It's probably not the best ideal chassis configuration for this either, to be fair. You'd use the bigger chassis for this with either a mid lift or a tag lift. This wide load, but we'll see if we can pull it off anyway. Can't turn just yet. Wait for the lights to change, or let's stop. Green means go, Kev. I like that shifting sound. The spoil of the turbocharger. Right, this will come off here. Take that corner fairly wide because that back end. It's got some grunt to her. She certainly can pull a good load. Yeah, can definitely tell I've got the wrong chassis for this. I feel it bouncing about a bit way too much. But as I say, it does definitely have different different chassis types, so feel free to pick the one that suits your taste. I'm way too early on the indication. You guys might be wondering what's going on with the button box build. What's going on, Kev? Well, I'm still waiting for parts. What's turned up today is the... I think I've gone the wrong way. I have gone the wrong way. Oh dear. Let's see if I can find a way around this. I took the wrong route. This might redirect me around, or it might take me on a wild goose chase. Got to wait for a clear bit of road before I can turn round again. Could be a long wait. Sorry guys. Back to the bottom box build. Yeah, with the bottom box build, some parts came today. These are the parts which cost the most in shipping from the good old USA, which were the caps, the brake caps, so the trailer brake and the parking brake caps. That's what cost the most in shipping, believe it or not. This looks like a place we can turn around in. Hoping anyway. Use this junction to turn round on. It doesn't just direct us back into the... No, it looks like it's going to direct us right back round. Oog. I wonder if I can cheat it. Oh yeah, that'll do. No one saw this, right? No one saw me doing a legal UE. Right in the middle of the motorway. It's like, how professional is this? Not. This would make you like guys laugh. It's like, yeah, you're just dicing with definitely. Oops. I knew that was coming. Right, okay. And I'll do yeah, so they've turned up and the box, it's a massive thing, whatever that is we're carrying with it. It's like some sort of off-terrain vehicle by the looks of it, like the what they use in the, is it not the Mods, I'm thinking, what is it, the desert trials, forget the name of it. Get a decent. There we go. I do. So you guys can hear it spooling up for the gears. Quite a good sounding engine. As I say, the horns are two-tone as well. And because I've got the ETS telemetry on again, just because this has got a Volvo on, I figured it would be quite fitting. I'm taking on both sides of the road here, so I'll jump back in cab. I'm going to have to just straddle the line a bit, use the hard shoulder as much as I can, so just let traffic go through. Yeah, so, yeah, but the box, the size of the box it turned up in, I guess the only reason they put it in such a big box is to minimise any potential of them getting damaged on the freight, on the air freight and stuff like that, because they're plastic, although they're fairly well made plastic caps, they're, you know, a big heavy box put on top of them might just crunch them, so that's probably the reason they went through. But it's just like, that's probably where all the cost of the shipping went to, and that big box and wrapping. I can believe it, this big box turns up, I'm like, okay. And I saw the label on it. I was like, that's my caps. I was like, have they sent me like loads of caps of the same type, or they sent me a whole complete switch gear? And I was like, nah, it can't be that bad. The box isn't too heavy enough for that, for the whole complete thing. So I just like opened it up and was like, oh yeah, no, it's the caps, just well boxed. I guess it's better to be well boxed than not well boxed and have it turned up broken, so they don't have to send out another load. Or want it back, then I'd have to pay. They'd have to pay for the shipping of it, or I'd have to pay for the shipping of it to go back, etc., etc., etc. All that good stuff. So that's, you know, when I do my button box build, you know, I will say to, look guys, if you want this sort of setup, oh, well, pretty much anyone that would be listening, if they want that setup as well, if I do go seriously into making, I think they need to change back down again to labouring. If you want that sort of setup as well with those caps, you're going to have to pay a bit more, because, you know, and wait a bit longer for the caps to turn up. When they turned up, I was like, yes, yeah. Now I've just got to figure out a way I can mount them onto the switches. I've already got a plan in mind. What I might do is get, because basically it's just this guitar cap. That's all it is. If I can find a guitar cap going cheap, because I still have not ordered them yet. Or use one of the rotary encoder caps I've ordered. Still not turned up, those rotary encoders or the caps. They've still waiting for them to turn up. The one set of toggle switches has arrived. The ones that I initially ordered with the little red LED, that they've turned up. I might still find a use for them on the main build, but I'm not entirely sure yet, because they're only one-way switches, sorry. We'll see. I'm going to plan it out proper for a build, because that's one thing I'm going to say is planning's better to have it planned out first before drilling any holes, because if you don't plan it out, just go as you go, and you start drilling holes, and you realise you've made a mistake, you're in trouble. And I'm speeding, so I'll reduce my throttle a little bit. That'll do. Put on cruise control. Cleared that guy, so that guy's speeding up, so it's good. Yeah, so that's all good. You know, going good, it's going well. Just waiting for more parts to turn up. Don't worry guys, I haven't forgotten about it. Just waiting for the parts to turn up. That's the downside of going cheaper, obviously. Cheaper parts means they're coming from further afield to, I guess a lot of them coming maybe from like perhaps Asia or maybe Japan. The eastern provinces pretty much. So they're probably on a slow boat. We're doing fuel, just over half the tanks, good on fuel. So the interior is quite good. You know, it's it doesn't overly feel twitchy. Over 60, it does get a little bit twitchy, but you do get that on ATS, and I guess a real truck would be twitchy if you hit, because that's why they're kind of limited. Well, they're limited to 60 in the UK for obvious reasons. In the States are not so limited, but they're bigger, the chassis are bigger, so they're less likely to be a bit twitchy. I saw on the SCS blog as well. ETS working on SCS working on the ETS to double trailers. I wonder if they're going to integrate that into ATS. I suspect so. I hope so. the 521. I know Igor's working on the 521, the Kenworth 521 as well. He's was meant to be due out today. This is the day of recording it, but he had initial problems, so he's held back from releasing it. He's going to sort them out somewhere. Looking forward to driving that. Should be a good getting back in the old office. Don't worry, I will look for other trucks as well to have a go with. Which way do we need to go? We need to go that way. I'm going to reset that again because it's a bit far out. There we go, that's better. That's my excuse anyway. I'll stick to it. That should be alright. It's not me this time. When off screen, when I did the first run in this, just to see what it felt like to drive, just took me back to driving on ETS. To be fair, it feels exactly the same as ETS. Having a cab over, you don't get many well, not Volvo cab overs anyway, or I think they're called in the States. Something I've heard the phrase bullnose, but I don't know if that's the same aspect or not. I'd just call them a cab over. It's over the top of the cab. Yeah, well, the cab's over the top of the engine, I should say, rather than the engine sitting out in front. It just takes me back to the ETS. It feels like driving ETS again. But you don't see many of the Volvos of this type in America. Mainly the only ones that I've seen in America are Kennys, Freightliners. I'm not sure if Peterbilt built any cab overs. Someone have to comment down below and let me know. I've not seen one, but doesn't mean they don't exist. But mainly they're American styles, well, American brands, as in mainly the cab overs in the States, and they're very rare. You don't see many of them. I don't know whether it's because the truckers prefer to drive the like me, prefer to drive with the bonnet, or you know, I would say some, you know, when I first, you know, started getting into liking American trucks, you know, and this was a while back, you know, the Americans didn't, you know, when I first started watching YouTubes and this was like, you know, some guy was saying you know, a lot of people don't like the cab overs purely because they just look like a brick. And you know, I can understand that philosophy. The only other thing with this is the retarder. There's a bit, well, I say it's retard. It is a retarder on this. I think it's not a Jake. It's a retarder because it doesn't make the standard Jake noise. It doesn't react like a proper Jake would either. It's very light and very quiet, so I don't know if you've got it on or not. Trim the speed off. This is a perfect opportunity to take a picture mode. Photo mode. Let's try and get the light on, a good light on it. Focus in position. Split up. Chunk. Cool. Back to the road. Would I drive this a lot more? You might be asking. Actually, I would. If I was playing ETS, I'd probably drive this a lot more, even though I was more of a Scania fan on ETS2. I know there was an old classic Scania that was floating around, and that almost brought me back to playing it again. And then I sort of like had a go on it, and I was just like, yeah, I still like the game, but I spent so many years playing it. And it's like, well, yeah, this is the same thing though, isn't it, Kev? Not really. There are subtle differences, enough subtle differences to warrant a difference change. Because basically, over time, even though they did add new sort of like DLC, etc, 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 it just started getting a bit rinse and repeated. And I suspect once I've played this for long enough, it probably will, but get the same. But on this, it just seems a lot, you know, I'd hate to say it, the road seems to be a lot more open, so you can just chill out a bit more and just literally just let the world go by. And on ETS, it's just like, it's a bit more challenging. You know, it's a bit more like motorway driving, and it seems to curve a lot more. You get less of a straight road. It's all down to personal preference. I always, be fair, you know, if it was vice versa, if American Truck had come out before ETS, I think I would have never bothered getting ETS 2. I'd have never bothered, purely because I've always liked, since I was a kid, I preferred the American trucks over European counterparts. Don't get me wrong, you know, I do like Scanias. You know, they, after driving one on ETS for long enough, they kind of won my heart. But you know, if I was given the choice between a Kenny or, I would have put out because that guy's going to brake check me, I can see it. The choice between a Kenny or a Scania, I'd go Kenny every time, unfortunately. Sorry guys, for you European guys, like, you traitor. But I just do, I prefer the trucks. American trucks have more charm, more character to them than European counterparts, unfortunately. Of course, yeah, they guzzle more diesel, and they have the good and bad points. They're nightmare to handling wise, well, parking wise, because they're so much wider. They're a bit more harder to park, harder to negotiate in the narrower aspects. But in the States, everything's massive out there anyway. So, okay, I don't think, again, you can get Arctics in the city in UK, but in the States, in some states, I don't know if it's all, they can only go as far as the outer suburbs, and then they can't actually go into sea because of the size of them. It's like, you've gone under the grass. What else? Space engineers. Now, thanks for everyone that came into the stream on Saturday. Again, I apologise if it went a bit laggy towards the end. I don't know what happened there. It was all good my end. The upload strength was still good. The settings are good. It's still saying. I think it was just a case of, you know, it's just one of those things. Again, the only thing that gets is my CPU. It gets quite hot after about an hour's worth of playing, so I'm wondering if that had a factor to it. But she is an older girl now. Let's do some try and do some remote driving if we can, just to break it up a bit for you guys. Sorry mate. Is that all it let me do? The sun's blinding, better switch down as well. She's starting to labour. Turn the lights on full as well, because the sun's comes right in my eyes. Makes it a bit easier for people to see me, even though the sides, when the side's on, all the main lights come on. Go on, Mr. Buzzkill. $75 along here, so I'm gonna go about 60-ish. Set the cruise control on. Yeah, so I'd definitely drive this if I was playing ETS. ATS, I'd drive it a couple of times. Like the other Volvo I drove, I actually learned to like that a lot, actually, for a Volvo. I've never was a Volvo fan, again, for those people who do like Volvos, you know. You know, I've got no prejudice against them, but I just don't like driving them. I prefer the Scanias, a bit more different, you know, there's, I don't know, it's just they've got, cosmetically, I think they look a bit better, and other bits and bobs. I've seen the new Scanias are out now. I've not seen one on the road yet, but when I was watching Squirrel's Truck Fest video, and I was like, yeah, that looks quite nice, you know. It's not a Kenny though. It still looks quite nice, and you know, it was quite good. Actually, it got me thinking, seeing that. And then again, this is a might be or a maybe situation. If I get to a point where I can get to something like that, a festival of some sort of like that, with trucks or, you know, agricultural machinery or anything else, or something like that, or a bit of both, you know, was that something you guys would want to see? Whoa, mister, whoa, whoa. Got a funny feeling that was gonna. So why did they do that for? There was no real reason for that. Do a sudden brake check. I'll do it for fuel, just over half a tank. Well, it's this fire truck's causing it. I thought maybe it's one of those tractors. Oops. Wind it back up to 70 or 60-ish. 60, 70 touching. Labouring a bit, so it's down, back down. Anyway, what was I saying about space engineers? I got off the subject, didn't I? Yeah, again, thanks to everyone for turning up to that. Now, after that stream, I spent a good couple of hours playing that game. So like tweeting again, and I saved it, and then I went, right, okay, I'll save it, and then I'm going to just see if the big ship can actually fly. And I just tried it, and it went ploughing straight through the main base. I'm glad I saved it just before I did that. It just literally fell like a stone into the main base and destroyed everything in one go. I was just like, wowzers, I'm so glad I saved this, because if I hadn't, all that work I had just done would have gone to. Okay, looks like we're going to stop for a weigh scale. Stop. Thanks a lot, Mr. Buzzkill. Yeah, well, I already knew that. Thank you. Wrong one. Yeah, so I was like, a bit of re-engineering is needing here, but the only way it's going to really fly is using hydrogen thrusters. So I've had to take out all those. Well, I added 4 massive of the atmospheric thrusters on. Well, more than 4, a few onto it to just get it to, and it does to an extent. It does move, but it's very slow and you use a lot of energy trying to get anywhere. And then when you do, you get about 20 odd foot up in the air, and then as soon as you start moving forward, the thing just starts to plummet. And I'm like, yeah, this is no good either. So I've had to put some hydrogen thrusters on it. I've made another little baby ship as well. So that's, it's getting to a point that's nearly done now, and it's looking quite good. It's just like so I'm gonna have to. Now with that little ship I can go back and forth to the ice and get lots and lots of ice to make hydrogen. I've made a little bit so far, but I'm going to need to make a lot more of that to even remotely get enough hydrogen to get it off the planet. That's it. Cruise control on, and I let her just chug along. It's going to be risky. Wait till it straightens out a bit. There we go. That was very risky. It's getting twitchy and twitchier and twitchier. Slow down a bit, take some of the speed out of it. Cool, that was close. Should have really slowed down a lot more on that junction, really. Hey ho, we survived. There's a little, like a blue light in here. You can have a blue light, you can have a red light, you can have a yellow light, I think, on the inside cab. It's not over strong as well. Some of the ones I've been in, it's so bright, it's just like you can see the light reflecting off the windscreen. It's like, yeah, that's more dazzling than use. This one's quite subtle. Starting to labour. Let's wind her down a bit. Take gear out. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, if it's something, going back to that truck fest thing, if it's something you guys would be interested in, then let me know. Then, I will keep an eye out for an event or something like that. But if it's something you just not fussed about, then obviously don't worry. And what else has been going on? I've not, like I say, done a lot of work on Space Engineers. I need to do some work on both Farm Simulator What else? Need to start to get back into playing Firm Bus as well. And Planet Coaster. Played that for a while. Just lots to do, lots of time, no time, lots to do. Balancing it around work. It's work problem with, if I'm, you know, again, I'm not saying I'm not the only one that has this problem. You know, I'm just it's like, so now finish work and then get in, and you know, my brain just wants to switch off. I don't really want to. I've been playing damage limitation mode all day long just to try and preserve my sanity at work. And then when I get in, I'm like, yeah, my brain just goes right like that, and I'm like, someone could be talking to me. I did the other day. Someone was talking to me, and I couldn't even hear them. In a sense, my mind has just gone so bad, switched off so much. I could sort of hear echoes, but they were like millions of miles away from me, really. They weren't even near me at all. It was weird. I was just like, and then they said, Kev, and I was like, oh yeah, hang on. Someone's actually trying to talk to me. And I didn't mean to, but my brain just went into that mode, and that was it. Just wanted to be sort of like, just chill out, rehumanise again. Because when I'm at work, I just tend to turn into a robot. And the reason I do that is just because, one, if I don't, I just get really angry because what's going on around me and everything else, and it's just like, yeah. I suspect a lot of people do exactly the same thing as me. They just how we do it for fuel. Just over half a tank still, so good. Just under half a tank, I should say. So good for fuel. Good rest. I guess when I was a plough through the night. Keep going. Doesn't make it entertaining. Don't pull out on me, Mr. Doesn't make it very entertaining. It's a bit dark. Sorry guys. It's like just a dark road, really. But I think we're almost done. We're just, you know, we're nearly done to the end of the run. So you know, it's pointless me pulling over just for a bit of daytime viewing. We're just nearly there. It's got a bit twitchy on me. Sorry guys. That's the problem with like work, YouTube. I want to be in. Though I tend to switch the button in my mind, or switch the switch in my mind, like a big button box. As I just go and switch off what's gone on to an extent in my day to do recordings with. You know, some of it can shine through on some days when I'm just not in a good mood or whatever, or I tend to be a bit quieter, or I guess some of you guys can sometimes pick it up. Again, that's the problem with being human. You know, you can script some of these things, and I don't tend to script it. I tend to just fly off, you know, seat of the pants. I think it's better that way. Someone said to me the other day, they said, well, why don't you just do the recording and narrate to it? And I said, nah. Problem to that is it sounds staged, and I think that's what old Mr. Robot himself, Daggerwin, does. I think he records it, and then he just like narrates to it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Easy, so that come up quicker. You see, stuff like that. Now, if I was narrating to this, I knew that would have been coming, so I would have reacted to that as like I just have. I'd have been, oh well, I'm gonna, oh yeah, it's getting a bit, oh yeah, I just nearly got that wrong. I nearly got this wrong and all. Could have let me out, mate. Just bad driving, yeah, I know. You wouldn't have me any other way, guys, would you? It makes you laugh, and I think, you know, that's what I'd rather have in a channel, to make people laugh. I don't need to be in there. Need to be down this one. Rather than do it as professionally as some would do. Because what is it? Because I briefly saw something he did recently, and it was that chain, that toe chain. And it was just a blatant example. He didn't really check that out before doing it. I'd have at least checked it and seen if how it works before actually doing that. But he didn't. And it was like, oh look, the wheels are locked up. That's because that's what happens. Those physics on that particular mod. Got a feeling I should have. Actually, this was fortuitous because this will now swing out quite wide. Hopefully, he says. See, was it Squirrel got a look at the? Where do we need to be? There's a way around the back of here. Not I'm driving around like a loon. He got a chance to have a look at the Heavy Haul DLC, which is coming out for his SC for Euro Truck. There's no way around here, is there? Try and go around here just to go around the back bit. I'm hoping I'm in the right area. But Kev's lost. Yeah, definitely. I hope this is not going to clout that wall. Got clearance this side. That side looks a bit tight. Uh-oh. Snagging problem. Trucks were not designed to go down here, obviously. Right. That's better. See, now you wouldn't get this with a dagger wing, would you? You'd have like edited this all out on it. Oh well, we're in the park now. I think that's wrong. If you ask me. How can I swing this end round before that back end? Yeah, see, that's the good thing about having a flat truck. That's the only good thing about having a flat truck. You can swing it round on a sixpence, where it's a bit more forgiving. Ah, it was right there. I drove straight past it. I can't believe that. You guys are like, yeah, Kev, did you not see that? Going blind? Yep, yep, and yep to that. Right, I'm gonna have to do a bit more crafty parking on here, I think. Gives you a good look at the truck anyway, that's my excuse. Uh-oh. No. It's like everyone's like, that guy can't drive. No. Where did you get your HD from? Ooh, long story. We all know that one. Right, I'm going to straighten out here. Hoping that trailer then just go around the way I want it to go around. I might overdo it. There we go. That's it. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. We got there in the end, didn't we, guys? Some of my old ETS skills coming back to play. See, that's why I find, again, with the big trucks, you wouldn't been able to done that. It has been like, nah. There's a nose here. There's a, you know, there's a whole, so many more meters of truck to worry about. Again, sorry about my wheel. Or my spinner, it's squeaking like a good one. Right. Cool. Sorry if it's gone on a bit longer than normal, and sorry about getting lost and everything else, but I hope you guys enjoyed the run. If you did, again guys, please feel free to like, and if you know anyone else that may also enjoy watching this video, again guys, feel free to share, helps me out a lot. And if you're new to my channel and see future episodes of this or anything else that I'm working on, please feel free to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. TTFN.